Hello guys, I hope you're all extremely well. Today's video is gonna be slightly more educational, as I want to tell you something that I didn't know at the very beginning when I start insuring my motorbikes here in the UK, specifically in London, because London is a different country. Honestly, like, it feels like a different country with the prices and everything. So today's tip is, insurance has 17 scales for motorbikes, which means that anything above 1000cc or anything premium, off you go, mister. So anything above 1000cc or anything very premium is gonna fall on the bracket, let's say 17, which is the most expensive. Also, whatever has been commonly stolen, or it's like, you know, very commonly crashed, it's also gonna be very high on the list. For example, or before I tell you this, let me inform you about something else. Price, not if a bike is very expensive, it doesn't necessarily means that it's gonna be on the 17, on the bracket 17, or on the scale 17. Name it how you want it. For example, this bike, the VFR 800X Crosstrunner, it falls on the bracket number 10, and my previous bike, which is cheaper and also slower, the Tracer, it falls on the 11. My theory is that that bike is, you know, most commonly stolen, also crashed, as Crossrunners are more, let's say, I mean, they are more rare. It's not as commonly find bike as a Tracer. It's slightly more expensive, servicing, blah blah blah. So, long story short, before you try to insure anything, because we all do the exact same thing, we all get like the registration plate, we go to GoCompare or any insurer website, and we check how much our insurance is gonna be. But before we do that, just to save your time, check in which bracket of the scale or whatever you want to name it, your bike falls into. Hello, good sir. I appreciate you. So the Kawasaki H2SX, which I was very interested of getting, first of all, they don't even insure it in my postcode in London. Let's start with this. But also it falls on the 17, which means it's gonna be ultra super duper expensive. Okay, now knowing this, you can check, for example, your favorite bike. Your favorite bike might be a, I don't know, Kawasaki S1000SX, let's say, or that's not the bike, sorry, Z1000SX. I can't see anything, I'm gonna go anyway. So let's say that, you know, you want to insure the Z1000SX, fast, nice touring bike with the panels and everything. Now, if that bike, for example, as you can see, it falls on 14 or 15, I don't really know, I'm just saying, that's gonna be extremely expensive to insure, especially if you live in London, because London prices tend to be 5 and 6 times more than anything else. As for example, nice one. For example, in Cambridge, the same bike what I have right now, it's gonna be maybe £400 a year, but in London is over 1,002 to be precise. So yes, if you see that your bike falls on a very, like, you know, very high bracket, anything more than 10 is gonna be extremely expensive. So you might as well don't bother insuring it, or don't bother even checking the insurance, as it's gonna be very expensive. It's very easy to find out in which bracket your bike is. You just, you know, press on Google, you just press the number of basically any bike you want, just press the name and then check what bracket it is. Usually like Bennett's or other insurer will tell you more or less, you know, in which bracket it is. So yeah, before you even bother running quotes, check the bracket, because if you see anything more than 10, that would be super duper expensive. And with that, I hope that information is going to be somehow useful to you. And I really hope in the future I'm going to have more info like this so I can share with you. Well, basically, I know most of the things about bikes, but obviously I don't really remember them too, so I can make videos and stuff. But this one now just came in my mind, and I'm like, you know what, I think that's going to be helpful for you. So if that's helpful for you, subscribe to the channel, give me a like, write a comment what bike you have and in which bracket it falls into, and I will see you on the next one. You have a lovely day, and bye bye.